Hi, I'm Cherie, and I'm from the Bullitt County Health Department. I'm one of the environmentalists here, and we are just showing what we do in a pool inspection today. So we're going to walk through that, and you get to see some really awesome stuff. So what we do at the pool is we are checking the free chlorine, and it needs to be between 1 to 5 parts per million. And by checking both the shallow and the deep ends, we can get a really good accurate number and compare them and make sure it's circulating as correct. Now what I'm doing is testing the pH levels of the pool. We want those to be between 7.2 to 7.8. One of the things we also test at pools are the safety equipment. This is the ring buoy, required to be 20 inches or less. It has to be Coast Guard approved, and we double check this every time we come out and do an inspection to make sure that the rope is also a length and a half of the pool's width. Okay, so another thing that we also check is the emergency telephone that's provided right next to your pool. You want to make sure that it's dialed correctly to 911 or able to dial from the keytone or pad, and it's not going any other way to like front desk or anything, because during emergencies, every second counts. So what's also required with the telephone is that they have their address listed, so that way we can have location. And what we do every inspection is use the telephone and call 911 saying it's not an emergency, and we just make sure that the address is listed correctly from the actual telephone. So the backboard is required for every pool, along with your telephone, your ring buoy, and the ropes. What is required is also this neck stabilizing. It's a head stabilizing unit that's attached to it, and 3 straps that are tied onto the backboard to make sure obviously no one's falling out when it's being in use. So another thing that we check is the floor drain grates, the covers that are over top of them, the main drains. These were put into place for the Virginia Graham-Baker Act. It is a very critical safety thing that we have in place, and it's required for all of Kentucky. These 2 covers right here are in compliance with it. They have expiration dates. They need to be replaced ASAP once the expiration date does come, and they really do protect children, maybe people that are drowning, like stuck at the bottom. But without those covers, you can get stuck in those main drains. So it is very important that every pool complies with this act and follows through with this expiration date to make sure it's good. Okay, so one of the most important things that is required for a pool is a fence. One that's not more than 4 inches in width and also is at least 4 feet high. So you want to have this fence in place, that way children cannot sneak in, come in unsupervised, and obviously drown. We don't want that to happen. What other things are required is the pool rules. So the pool rules are outlined in the regulations, and we have to make sure that they are posted at every single pool. The pools are being checked about every month when they're open in the season. So some pools are open year-round. They're getting checked every month. We have an inspection that's due every month, and then the following month we just do a follow-up just to test the water quality, so make sure it's okay for the public. So another reason that we check the pools is to make sure that the water quality and just everything is up to par. If it is not, then we do post these. The public swimming and bathing facility is temporarily closed by the health department. We post that at the gate to make sure that no one else can get into the facility and go swimming and do what they want. But the reason for this is really to protect the public's health. When we are checking the water quality levels, or maybe the safety equipment is not up to par, the telephone to call 911, if it's just not working, then it may get closed if there's like other things that are happening. There is a major risk to swimming in pools where the water quality is not good. It can cause rashes, you can get sick. There's a lot of problems with public health concerning pools if they are not being treated correctly.